interesting piece. Yeah, as wait for you to join us. Really, he wrote an interesting piece on the Tanzanian league, the NBC Tanzanian league, and you had an exclusive interview with Coach Kiwanuka. And before we move on, I want us to listen to what Coach Kiwanuka had to say about the Tanzanian league. Yeah, let's listen to his audio that he had with you. For our viewers to really understand what the coach was talking about regarding the Tanzanian league.
Yeah, on comparison of Tanzanian football and Ugandan football, there's a few things that differ. One is the game itself. It's well marketed. They televised each and every game of the National Business Commercial Bank or National Commercial Bank league clubs. That's the Premier League, I would say, Tanzanian Premier League. Two, they've got two big sponsors in Azam and NBC. That's the national. There's also an advantage of good salaries that are being paid to both the players and the coaches. As we all know that soccer is a business, and the business-wise, it has stakeholders, and the first two most important stakeholders are the players as number one, then the coaches come number two. So if you don't look after those products, then expect to get good returns. So in that regard, I think the two stakeholders are well catered for here in Tanzania. Then three is the infrastructures, more advanced in their standard than ours back home. Well, there's some few challenges that we meet. And the major one is the long distance. As we all know that Tanzania is a big country, so we have to travel long distances. Sometimes you have to travel for over 1,400 kilometers for a game. We find challenges in traveling long distances. The second structure is the language barrier. As you well know that their national language is Swahili. So it's also a big challenge to, most especially us who are not fluent in Swahili. Though I'm trying to learn it, and I advise other coaches or other players, if they want to come and join us here, they should be advised to start practicing Swahili. Otherwise, I would want to also extend my help in supporting.
Henry, I don't know if I'm getting. Yeah, very interesting word from Coach Kiwanuka. What's your take on that? Because he was mentioning the infrastructure, better pay. He tried to break down the sponsors of the league, the national business commercial bank league, and he talked about the long distance. Those are the hurdles they face, and maybe language barrier, but the pay is okay. And he talked about something interesting, that all the games that are on the fixtures are televised. Yeah. So this is something, and I've seen most players also. There's Muyanja Murudi also going in the Tanzanian league. We have also Wadada there, Kigonya Matthias, then Kalija Ucho, who are topping the log with Yanga. What's your take on the coach's opinion on the Tanzanian league, and maybe what best thing that we can do in our local league to reach that level?
I think some of these interviews, I think there is a lot to learn from it as the federation. Seeing Ugandan coaches running there and then performing, most of them go there to really earn some good pay, because really Tanzanian Premier League, I was talking to Nicholas Wadada as well. He was saying we get the money here. And the love for the game by Tanzanians is really
off the roof,
out of this world.
Yeah.
Say, those guys, they love the game. That's why they pay a lot of money. They can pay for the best players in East Africa come to their league. He said, in fact, when I was talking before, I commented on the Coach Kiwanuka's words, and then I wanted to really point about some of the key words Wadada said about the Premier League. It was like, here they pay some good money, here we get the money. Just like Coach Kiwanuka said. So it's about pay, because most of them, they are looking at football as business.
Yeah.
So if you are paying very well, then you will have to attract the Kali Gauchos to go there to the league.
Yeah.
Because it was like Ugandans have too much talent, but then when you look at salaries they are paying it here, and then compared to their salaries, my dear, Ugandan salaries are very disappointing. So Coach Wanuka was really happy. You know, they are performing so well. They are being paid well. I remember Coach Wanuka was at Arua Hill as an assistant coach to Livingstone Mbabazi. He was at Mbeya City before going to deputize Mr. Matia Bule, who is doing wonders at Mbeya City.
Mbeya City, yeah.
Matia Bule joined Mbeya City. Coach Matia was with the under-17, if you can remember, and under-20 national team. And then he was given a short stint with the Cranes, if you can remember.
Yeah.
So before going to the Tanzanian Premier League, so he went last season when Mbeya City was fighting relegation. So he had to guide them to survive the relegation. So after that season, he's now fighting for that title. I was talking to Coach Wanuka, and then he was like, no, we are believing we can win the title. They are just 10 points behind leaders, Young Africa. Where Canada out plays. So a difference of 10 gaps, rather a gap of 10 points. When you have only played 13 games, I believe they can only make it, because this is really interesting. You know, he's only scared. You know, I had a doing an interview, which is in Swahili. So that means if you want to work in Tanzania, at least you have to have been knowing the language. It will be so hard for you to communicate with the players when you cannot speak the language. The commonly used language in the country. So Matialo can speak the language, Coach One can speak the language, and the goalkeeping coach, Mr. Ben Kalama, can also speak the language. So this is very good for Ugandan coaches. I saw a coach, the former KCC gaffer,
Mike Muteri,
Omulangira, Mike Muteri joining Rwanda Premier League. Yeah, that is good. You know, we need to see our coaches performing in other leagues. Yeah, this is, you know, when you see Matialo performing at Mbeya City, making it a very competitive club, it shows you the level at which our coaches are going to. It's not all about coaching here in Uganda, coaching in the. We would love to see the Alan Kabonges, the Sam Sipas going there and perform. You know, they have been there. Sam Sipas has been there. He has been performing, but you know, he has been in the Kenya Premier League before. But we would love to see them going even outside East Africa. Do the work, because you know, we would love to see them go to South Africa. Handle those sides. So
actually,
so impressed, you know, these things are good.
Let me put something into context. This was Ronald Okoth. I think he was a former Gor Mahia striker. He was talking about the Tanzanian league. He said some teams pay in excess of $40,000 sign-on fees. Then they will pay you 4,000. That is salaries. Those are we've talked about the Azams, the Youngers, and the top teams. They will pay you 4,000. Then they will give you even housing. You get that shows the levels of the league. And looking at the 2.6 billion Tanzanian shillings, the sponsorship deal from NBC Bank. I mean, the level has really grown. And what is really lacking?
And in fact, he was talking when Coach Chua was speaking. He was talking about the two big sponsors.
And Azam also. And Azam. Two big sponsors. They talked
National Commercial Bank.
And Azam.
They bring in a lot of money. And this is the money that helps clubs, the gate collection. You know, even here in Uganda, many clubs rely more on gate collections. Without gate collections, these clubs cannot really sustain themselves, you know. I don't know, really, we have start times, but then, apart from trying to give us air plan, then you see how much clubs get. You can imagine a super division player in Uganda having 400 Uganda shillings, 500 Uganda shillings, and then it's not. Sometimes players demand, you know, you know these things. Players demand 6 months, 4 months, and it's being paid for. Uganda.
Yeah, we're struggling to have a consistent network from Musabe Henry there, but we hope he joins us. We hope he joins us. Yeah, basically, as we continue on, the Tanzanian League has really. I was looking at the deal they signed, and it's ranked 8th on the continent, and it has different kinds of professionals that span from Zambia, Malawi, Kenya, Uganda, DRC, and Burundi. So it's a league that Ugandan league can really borrow a leaf from, and for me, I think there's a level of autonomy in the Tanzanian league in terms of the secretariat of running the league, and if we can borrow a leaf like from the UPL, if that there's that level of autonomy in terms of teams coming in with their own negotiation deals, especially with the TV rights, and also the third-party sponsorship like Plisna. We need to really step up the game, and for now we'll end this show. We'll end this segment. We'll be joined by we'll be doing the second segment, that will be local sport, that's local football, and we shall be talking about the under 20. I'll be joined in by Geoffrey Mugabe, who will be coming in with Thierry Musabe talking about the under 20 women team. And for now, I want to say we're out till next time for our viewers, but stay tuned. We are having another segment that will be coming in, that will be that will be local football. So for now, bye.